It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show, presented by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Denver Nuggets. Well, it was Denver in their last game with a loss to the Grizzlies. A crushing defeat in that one. Still with a sour taste in their mouths, they're looking to play much better. And with All-Star Weekend fast approaching, it's always a great time. But the league has made some tweaks over the years. Shaq, anything you'd change or add to the events?
Listen, forget the tweaks. We need to get the big stars to participate in the dunk contest. First dunk contest I seen, Dominique, Jordan, Dr. J, big guys. So big guys, I know you're listening. I know you're playing. Step up. Get back in the dunk contest. I'll put some money up. You want me to put some money up? I'll put some money up.
He's got it.
First prize, 1 million
Stacks
of potato chips.
There it is.
Ooh, I'm in.
Oh, I'm in too. Crunch, crunch. I'll tell you.
Crunch, crunch.
I'll tell you, man. The one thing I would like to see is,
Yeah.
I would like to see a one-on-one contest. Remember back in the day they used to have the one-on-one contest, and then the winners would play at All-Star Weekend? You're too young for remember this.
Yes.
The one-on-one contest they used
remember.
to have. Could you imagine who's the best one-on-one player in the league? Oh, forget team play. One-on-one.
How about something we did a few years ago? How about bringing horse back?
No, that was terrible.
And two-time horse champion Kevin Durant.
That was terrible,
Who can
man.
forget
That was
Kevin
terrible,
Durant,
man.
back-to-back horse champion?
That was so terrible.
One of them was outside too. Remember that? That was outside.
Yes, it
in
was
Phoenix.
terrible, man.
It was
terrible.
It's a lot of fun. It was the longest horse game of all time.
Ever.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
That tournament was terrible.
It's time for some hoops at Pepsi Center, home of the Nuggets, and we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. You look at the Bucks. This has been a tough stretch of games for them, fellas, losing their last 4.
You know, sometimes during the season, Kevin, as long as it is, teams just go through that blasé period, and that's basically what I sense is going on here. You can't put a finger on any one or two things. It's just a matter of it not clicking and trying to figure it out.
And let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Jason Kidd.
Well, guys, for a long time, the city of Milwaukee has been an NBA backwater. But with new ownership, a respected head coach, and a lot of young talent, it's a new day here. Coach Jason Kidd said, "We don't want to be a layover city. We want coming here to be like going through the Texas Triangle, where if you have a dogfight in Chicago one night, you know you're in for a dogfight here the next night." Kevin?
All right, thanks, D.A.
And clearly the Bucks, one of the more youthful teams in the league. The players they plan to build around have a few years before they're even in their mid-20s, so a bright future. I mean, their youth can be good and bad. It kind of cuts both ways during the season.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, the dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Tony Snell, and it's Maker in at the center position. And with the double-edged sword of youth, the Bucks have just been trying to focus on getting better and growing their talent the last year or two.
And I like that approach. I think it's the right approach to take with a team like this. Getting them to learn what it takes to be a consistent player in the NBA is huge. I mean, letting them come together organically and having leaders emerge has been part of the process. It takes a little longer that way, but I think it is more of a solid foundation when you start competing in playoff basketball.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points on the ballgame. Inside, Parker, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot two. It goes on Kenneth Faried.
I like Parker's versatility. He can play both forward positions, in part because he's so long and big, and he's got excellent mobility. Well, you can see it and feel it in certain players. I mean, that sense of timing, when to take shots, how to get them off. And Jabari Parker is one of those kinds of guys. I mean, he's got great natural instincts, particularly on the offensive end. He's got a versatile enough game to take advantage of a defender really anywhere on the floor.
He's off on the second. And I think you hit the nail on the head when you said Parker has a versatile game, guys. Back to the basket, facing up, on the drive. He can hurt you in so many ways.
And I like his activity without the ball, too, guys. That's another element that he brings. He's comfortable running off screens to get open, and he attacks the glass on the offensive board. Those are the little things that give him a chance to be a great player.
Screen by Faried. Nelson, no one around him. Drills the three-pointer. Nelson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Dellavedova kicks to Snell. Here's Maker. No good off the front iron.
Not looking good for him so far. 4 straight misses to start the game.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
And the Nuggets might not have too many household names, but they do have some depth. And from 1 to 12, you look up and down that roster, they have players with NBA talent.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And you look at the Nuggets, Greg, they're a team with some young talent, some veteran talent. Where do they go from here?
I think the focus has to be on developing the young players. I mean, you like to have a blend of vets in there to help mentor the young guys. But let's be honest, this is a team that's a long way away from contending.
Now, here is Gallinari. 14 points from him the last game against Memphis. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Parker passes to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And Faried sends it back. And the basket by Maker. The Nuggets leading by 5. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Nelson outside. Fires the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Nelson's got 6 points.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Especially for a guy like him. I mean, he's not quite sure of himself. He's not a go-to guy on a regular basis, but it does help him when he finds his stride early in a ball game.
Denver's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Feeds it to Faried. To the paint. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Well, you know, the Bucks only have 1 title in their history as a franchise, But what a title it was, led by my favorite player of all time, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, known as Lou Alcindor back in the day. Teamed up with the veteran Oscar Robertson, the Big O, to bring the Bucks that first title.
Bucks trail by 8. Here's Antetokounmpo. Gallinari with the rebound.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Nelson outside. Gallinari with the screen for Nelson. A 3-ball. They get it back.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Snell, no good. The Nuggets leading by 8. Down low, here's Harris. But they'll get another chance. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Harris has got his second bucket of the game to go.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense too.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Fareed.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
It's stolen by Harris. Now, here is Nelson. 6 points for him. Screen by Fareed. Fareed, a screen on Antetokounmpo. Harris dishes to Nelson. Denver the rebound. Here's Fareed. Good D by Parker. Bucks trail by 10. Antetokounmpo kicks to Dellavedova. Passes it to Parker. The dish to Antetokounmpo. 4 on the shot clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Antetokounmpo's got his first points of the game.
And that's exactly why Antetokounmpo is so loved. I mean, his ability to make the right call, the right decision, and pick and roll sets, that's why he's involved in those sets as much as he is.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Dellavedova, the pass to Maker. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Gallinari.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Bucks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. First free throw is good. The Nuggets missed the playoffs for the last 3 seasons, but before that, they'd made the postseason, Greg, for a decade straight.
Yeah, and turnover in the front office and on the coaching staff. They've been very competitive without a true superstar player. They've got some intriguing young talent. We just have to see how it all comes together.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Denver leading by 7. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Back to Gallinari. And it's off from three-point range. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Goes back up. Maker. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
And the second free throw, good. And you look at the roster of these Bucks. So many players on the team that can rise up and embarrass a defender. Not only can this team throw it down, they're looking to throw it down.
Yeah, they want to wreck that rim as much as they can. And if I had the leaping ability of guys like Giannis and Parker, I'd be doing the exact same thing. The Bucks actually led the league in percentage of shots that were dunks in 2016. They are an entertaining bunch and a throwdown group worth watching.
And here is Parker after Gary Harris made that last three-pointer.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Little turnaround. Milwaukee with the rebound. Parker's got his 3rd rebound tonight. 13 feet away. He can't get it to go. Good D by Nelson. The Nuggets leading by 9. Stolen by Dellavedova. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
The Nuggets shooting just 35% to start the game. Nelson outside. Jokic a screen. There's the screen. Nelson dishes to Harris. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. And that's now 9 points for Gary Harris.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Parker, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And everyone knows about Jabari Parker and how he has come back from a ACL knee injury he suffered as a rookie. The more time that passes from that ACL tear, the more explosive Parker looks on the floor, I think. Looks like he never, in fact, had any issues at all.
Yeah, that's a great point and a good observation. And I think his explosiveness has surprised a lot of people. This is a guy that's got power, going to the basket, and can finish through contact. And, man, he's a guy that I think is going to be a big-time scorer for a long time.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Terrell Arthur, who's checked in for Kenneth Faried. Chandler comes in for Gallinari. Martin's checked in for Gary Harris. And Murray's subbed in for Nelson. The Nuggets leading by 7. Murray kicks to Barton. Pass to Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Dishes it to Barton. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Denver.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Timeout called, the Bucks, and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them.
Michael Beasley He's checked in for Parker. Here now, the 2K leaderboard, showing us the best passing teams in the NBA over the course of the last month. The Nuggets in second.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
Here's Brogdon. We saw him with 10 points last game. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Now Murray. Chandler right side. And there's the pass to Murray. To the left wing. Jokic passes to Barton. Jokic a screen. Clock at 6. That one goes in. Barton's got his second bucket tonight.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Pass to Vaughn. Here's Brogdon. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Here's Jokic. And that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession.
A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Nuggets sit statistically in the NBA right now. First and second chance points, third in scoring, and they are ranked third in team rebounding as well. I tell you what, everybody on this team goes after the ball on the backboards.
And going back to their offensive rebounding, and that #1 ranking in second chance buckets, I think it speaks to their tenacity and physicality. They go at you. No question about that.
Nice shot by Arthur.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
Brogdon the pass to Monroe. With the fadeaway. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available.
Now here's Chandler. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Here's Brogdon. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Beasley the screen. Here's Vaughn. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Here's Beasley. Brogdon controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Good on the bucket. And that's now 7 points for Will Barton.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. We'll look at Cleveland. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And checking out Milwaukee, they have a lot of ground to make up.
And I think for Milwaukee, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nuggets.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
That one is no good.
You know, at 6'11", Greg Monroe is no easy cover, especially given his soft shooting touch from mid-range.
.119 left to play here in the first. Barton outside. Chandler outside. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. 2 on the clock. Barton, no luck.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink. Ill-advised shot there.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Murray kicks to Arthur. The feed to Barton. Puts it up from 12. Barton missing again. Bucks trail by 7. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Beasley the screen. Here's Brogdon. Kicks to Beasley. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Brogdon. And the Bucks miss again. Barton from outside gets the three-pointer to fall. Barton's got 10 points. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Nuggets lead by 10. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
The Nuggets leading by 10. On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. We've got Monroe. Brogdon out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then it's John Henson, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 slot. Fareed, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. One of the biggest reasons why coaches love Kenneth Fareed is that he never gives up on a play. Whenever he's on the floor, you know, Greg, he's going to leave out there everything he's got to give his team the best possible step ahead.
And Kevin, the great numbers Fareed can put up are almost secondary to his true impact. The hustle that he brings to the floor is contagious. It's a big part of why he's found his way onto Team USA rosters and been a critical part of their success.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And, you know, when Jason Kidd was a player, he had a no-nonsense approach to the game. Still maintains that approach as a coach. Very much focused on results and efficiency over bells and whistles and all the extras.
The Nuggets leading by 11. Chandler kicks to Fareed. Wide open look here for Murray. Nailed from three-point land. Murray's got his first 3 points of the game.
You gotta love whenever Murray goes straight up with a jump shot off the pass. He's so good at reading the defense.
Feeds it to Monroe. There's the screen. Off the pick. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Monroe's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And thinking about where Kidd's playing tendencies show up in his coaching, his unselfishness and commitment to defense are there too.
Yeah, and there's a calming demeanor that he brought to the court as a player, and I think he brings that to the sideline as well. And keeping things in perspective, I think has been a big help during his stay at Milwaukee.
Chandler's shot, good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Henson, looking for his first basket still in this one. Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. Here's Brogdon, good on the triple. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Barton outside. Passes to Chandler. Barton outside. Launches a three. The rebound by the Bucks. Dellavedova dishes to Antetokounmpo. Henson with the screen. Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. 6 to shoot. Here's Brogdon. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Arthur with it, working on Henson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Bucks.
And the one thing that jumps out at me when you look at that shot chart is just how little scoring they get from out above the free throw line extended three-point range. They've got to get more points from out high if they want to improve their offense.
And the first one at the line is good. A different look for Denver. Gallinari, he's checked in for Chandler. Gary Harris comes in for Will Barton. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Murray. The Bucks also changing it up. Jabari Parker's checked in for Monroe. And Tony Snell subbed in for Brogdon. And both free throws good from Arthur. And timeout call. Jason Kidd has had enough. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. The Nuggets, number 1.
They have gone all out to win the rebounding battle every night, and it's been paying off. I mean, the second chance points thus far have been really impressive.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Dellavedova kicks to Parker. And it's Denver with the rebound. Fareed's got his 5th rebound in this one. Harris outside. Just 5 to shoot. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harris has got 12.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Dellavedova kicks to Henson. They set the pick. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Henson sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. And Henson with the bucket on the assist from Antetokounmpo. Henson's got his first bucket in this one. The Nuggets leading by 14. Nelson, the pass to Arthur. Back to Nelson. Stolen by Dellavedova. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go.
Man, no substitute for aggressiveness, and Parker displaying it right there. Seeing the space to attack the hoop and then not hesitating at all.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, remember when Roy Hibbert burst onto the scene in that great year for the Pacers, and he's still one of the league's elite rim defenders. He doesn't go for the block so much as create a wall. It's called the principle of verticality, and Hibbert says, I'm the godfather of that. I'm not going to name names, but there were some prominent coaches who said, you need to get rid of this. Kevin, here's the rules.
Yeah, D.A., he didn't invent it. He just perfected it. Thanks.
Whoa, taking it to the rack. with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Stolen by Dellavedova. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Antetokounmpo. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 4 assists in the game. The Nuggets leading by 10. Nelson outside. Harris a screen on Antetokounmpo. Gallinari outside. Back to Nelson. Clock at 6. Screen by Fareed. Fires the 3. The shot comes out. Now the Bucks take it the other way.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Dellavedova. Nelson with the steal. Gallinari outside.
Go get it, go get it.
And another miss by Denver.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Nelson kicks to Harris. Screen by Fareed. Charity stripe shot. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Henson sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It goes on Kenneth Fareed.
You know, one of the hardest things to do is to live up to the word potential when it's thrown around a player for so long. That was certainly the case with Antetokounmpo for most of his career. I mean, he's lived up to the hype and is realizing everything that fans hoped he would become when he first started his journey in the NBA.
As you said, potential can be a curse at times. So many players fizzle out after flashing moments of greatness. Giannis is living up to the hype.
Yeah, and I think you've got to give his coaching staff a lot of credit for that because they've been believers in Antetokounmpo throughout his career, and that helps, especially with a young player. They've brought him along, I think, at just the right pace. Took some time to figure out how best to use such a unique talent with his size, but I think he's got a great upside and will be a real force for years to come.
Tries to save it. The dive for the ball. And so the ball out of bounds. Henson touched it last. Denver making a switch here. Jokic is checked in, and Milwaukee with a change here too. Teletovic is checked in. The Nuggets leading by 8. Nelson with it. 6 points for him. He feeds it to Arthur. Teletovic grabs the board.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now, here's Nelson. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now guarded by Gallinari. Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. Teletovic the screen. Antetokounmpo passes to Teletovic. Some solid defense from Harris. Denver's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Nelson outside. He kicks it to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Nelson. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss to the inside. Inside, here's Teletovic. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Bucks have made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Beasley comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Rashad Vaughn in for Tony Snell. And so Teletovic nails both of them. Denver leading by 4. And here's Nelson. He has 6. Jokic a screen. Gallinari with a screen for Nelson. He dishes it to Harris. Back to Nelson. That 3 off the mark.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Teletovic against Jokic. Dellavedova dishes to Beasley. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got 4 rebounds now tonight. That's good from Harris on the assist from Gallinari. 14 points for Gary Harris. Bucks trail by 6. Parker a screen on Nelson. Dellavedova kicks to Teletovic. Nelson with the steal. The open shot. Harris. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Harris has got 16.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Beasley outside. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Chandler's checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. Maker comes in for Jabari Parker. And Brogdon subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Offensive rebound, Beasley. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
For Denver, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Barton comes in for Gary Harris. And Murray's subbed in for Jameer Nelson. The Bucks also with the sub. Monroe's checked in. Free throw no good for Chandler. Bucks trail by 8. Here's Brogdon. 7 points in the game. Teletovic with this screen on Gallinari. Here's Vaughn. Pass to Brogdon. This one for 3. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Barton kicks to Gallinari. And that one is good. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Here's Teletovic. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a look here at the shot chart.
And you like what they are doing from deep. The three-point shot has been there. And they are taking full advantage. Having that threat from outside also playing a factor in how well they are able to cause the defense to shift, opening up the lane and their mid-range game as well.
Free throw drops for Teletovic.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And so Teletovic nails both of them.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Barton kicks to Chandler. Jokic sets the screen for Chandler to the middle. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
The Nuggets have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. Bucks trail by 8. There's the pass to Vaughn. Here's Teletovic, and he converts the layup. Teletovic has got 6 in the quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop. And a chance here to see where the Bucks currently sit in the NBA statistically. 4th in assists, 4th in field goal percentage. And they're in the top 3rd in the league in blocks. They're a team that really doesn't give many good looks.
And let's go back to their place in terms of the assists. Cracking into the top 5 for me is an illustration of the cohesiveness with which they play offensively. No doubt this team's on the same page.
That one is off. That's off as well, so he misses both. And when Greg Monroe signed with Milwaukee, many thought it was a perfect fit. However, as we saw after a short time, many question if he can be the answer for the team. Not so much a knock on his play, just on what the team is missing overall.
Hey, Greg does an awful lot of good things, but he's not a guy who's going to be a rim protector. His game is pretty close to the ground. But nonetheless, no matter what team Monroe plays for, I think he'll give you a post presence on offense, and he'll give you consistent effort in every aspect of the game.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Molinari hits them both.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Teletovic passes to Brogdon. There's the dish to Beasley. The jump hook and the bank shot is good. Beasley's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, can he finish in the paint. That's one thing we know he's good at.
It's tipped. Vaughn. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. The Nuggets on top, up by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
We're going to need everybody. And the one thing we got to do is we can't settle. We got to keep attacking, get the ball in the paint.
Use that length to your advantage. Thanks, Jason. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of action so far in this one. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They are leading by 4. Starting with Kenny, your take.
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they own the offensive boards.
That concludes our halftime presentation. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. What a game we're seeing from Gary Harris.
And in terms of points in that first half, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Harris and Gallinari are the wings. Kenneth Faried is out there with Jokic. And it's Nelson in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Now, here is Nelson. Here's Harris. No good with the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Harris outside. Jokic a screen. Fires for 3. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Snell. Back to Antetokounmpo. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points in the game.
And I think down low is where Antetokounmpo is really so effective, using those long arms of his to get shots off over the defense, really at will.
Now, here is Nelson. In the corner, it's Harris. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. With the pause in the action, let's bring you the list of teams that have been lighting it up over the last 10 games. The Nuggets in second.
Well, this is only a trend over a few games out of a very, very long season. But the coach has got to be pleased that his team has been able to score big with some consistency.
Here's Dellavedova looking for his first basket still in this one. Snell. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. This is his first free throw of the game. The first one falls. And so Snell nails both of them. The Nuggets leading by 3. Faried a screen on Parker. To the paint. The reverse. And Faried with the nice bucket inside. He's got 7.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Gallinari against Antetokounmpo. To the middle. And Maker the bucket on the assist from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists in the game. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Fareed, a screen on Parker. For 3, Nelson. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Antetokounmpo. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Now, here's Gallinari. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
And here's a look at the stats for Harris. How his last 10 games have gone. Getting around 12 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And right now for him, it's about gaining experience and continuing to develop his game.
Well, you know it, Greg. You earn your minutes in this league. He's working at it, and I think more will come with time.
Looking to get it going. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk. But later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Now, here is Nelson. He has 6. They set the pick. The 3 ball. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Nuggets.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Parker against Jokic. Parker outside. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Maker. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Terrell Arthur. He's checked in for Gallinari.
1 shot.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Jokic a screen. Fareed a screen on Parker. Nelson kicks to Harris. Back to Nelson. Clock at 4. Nelson with another miss.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Denver.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
And the Bucks making a change here. Henson's checked in. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Jokic a screen. Near the 3-point line, it's Nelson. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Denver's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Inside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Kevin, while we've got a moment here, let's see over the last month how the Denver Nuggets ranked in the NBA statistics. First and second chance points, second in scoring. And they're number 2 in assists. This is a team that loves to share the basketball.
And going back to their offensive rebounding, and that number 1 ranking in second chance buckets, I think it speaks to their tenacity and physicality. They go at you. No question about that.
Free throw, good. Jokic. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Bucks trail. Now Dellavedova. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Henson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. We'll take a look at the Warriors. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well.
2 shots.
And, of course, Denver just way behind.
Well, I think for Denver, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Well, it figures to be a hectic finish to the season as they attempt to lock down a postseason berth. They've got very little margin for error the rest of the way.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Nuggets. Henson hits them both. The Nuggets trail. Nice and outside. Dishes to Chandler. 13 feet away. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Now here's Henson. He has 6. Dellavedova kicks to Maka. Pass to Snell. Just 3 to shoot. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. That's tipped.
And nothing fancy, really, about that play. That's just good old-fashioned, hard-nosed basketball to get that one.
All alone. Harris misses.
And doesn't he just have a nose, a knack for the basketball? He is by far their best rebounder.
Well, he has been today, no doubt about that. His effort's been unbelievable.
Now here's Maker. He's got 13. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Maker's got 9 points here in the second half.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
They sure did, Greg. And I like the fact they never put their chin in their chest when they were down early. I mean, they were down big early. They were composed, and they never got desperate and stayed within themselves. Very impressive.
Bucks leading by 3. To the wing right side. Now here is Dellavedova. Guarded by Nelson. Here's Henson. And slam dunk by Henson.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed. Well, it's safe to say, I think, that Giannis' experiment at point guard last season was a tremendous success. Transitioned full-time to that role after the All-Star break, and it was a revelation, and it really saw a boost to his numbers across the board.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Denver. Murray comes in for Jameer Nelson. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Maker. Beasley comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Rashad Vaughn, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And Brogdon subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Here's Brogdon. He's got 10. That's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots. It didn't take long to see that Giannis would thrive as a point guard. He immediately became a triple-double machine.
And, you know, he has the ball handling and vision to play the position really well, I think. I mean, his biggest strength is going to be using his height to his advantage. And you definitely wonder if he'll transform into the second coming. And I hesitate to say this when you talk about Magic Johnson. But at least in playing style and because of that size, he possibly could bring us to mind of Magic Johnson.
No good from Beasley.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Barton kicks to Chandler. There's the three. Good on the three-point shot. Chandler's got 7 points.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Here's Vaughn. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And that one comes up a bit short. Denver's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Fareed the pass to Barton. For the tie. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, there's no lack of range in this. The leading three-point shooters among the ranks of the NBA's big men the last month. You take a look at Arthur. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
Well, he has such a phenomenal touch from long range for a player at any position. Forget about just among the big men.
Yeah, and that makes him one of the more challenging matchups that any defense is going to face. I mean, who do you put on it? A perimeter defender or a low post guy? It's really a conundrum.
No good on that one.
Looking at the game for Barton, he's got 10 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
And the Bucks making a change here. Jeletovic has checked in. Good on the second free throw. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Brogdon. He's got 12. Here's Monroe. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. He's got 9.
That really just, to me, speaks to the focus of Greg Monroe. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in his jersey. He's going to extend over you and find a way to get his shot off and in.
Now here's Murray. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Clock at 6. Here's Barton. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Barton's got 13.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
To the wing on the left. Here's Vaughn. Barton defending. And Fareed sends it back. And stolen by Barton. To the inside. Here's Arthur. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Greg Monroe. Averaging about 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Bucks. That one misses.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there. If there's one word that you would use to describe Greg Monroe, consistency. Game to game, year to year, you know what he's going to give you. Doesn't vacillate or fluctuate much. He eats minutes and shows up to play his game each and every night.
Yep, it counts.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good good strategy when you're on top.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Chandler outside. Pulls up. High post. Arthur, no good.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Chandler against Beasley. And it's Denver with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on. You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him, but very few that rise up like he can.
And stolen by Murray. Barton outside. Fires from 14. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Monroe. That free throw missing. A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Kenneth Faried, and it's Gallinari in for Darrell Arthur. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Jabari Parker's checked in for Michael Beasley. And he's good on the second. Bucks trail by 3. Dellavedova kicks to Parker. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Count it. Parker's got 6 points.
Parker really adept in the post. Sees angles, reads defenses, does both of those very well inside.
Now here's Barton. T right on him. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. From the inbound, hits the front of the rim and out.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And it's Dellavedova missing. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nuggets lead by 1. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
Contest 2s, right? We'll contest the 2s and contest 3s, but no layups.
Jason Kidd feeling like they need to protect the rim above all else right now, willing to give in other areas.
And you have to take care of home base. Otherwise, it's going to be attacked all night, and that's not going to reflect well for you on the scoreboard.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Parker and Monroe together inside. Brogdon out there with Tony Snell, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3. Now here's Murray. Greg Monroe unable to get his shot to go. Barton passes to Jokic. Finds net with the inside leaner. Jokic has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Nuggets. And stolen by Murray. Barton in the corner. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
The first one falls. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Well, he did enough there. He made it a two-possession game, at least.
Outside, out of the Kumbo. Monroe.
And what a game for Monroe. He's got 10 rebounds and 1 assist. Don't underestimate how important he's been.
And this is what we see when we talk about potential. He's tapped into it today, guys. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
And that one falls for Greg Monroe.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
That one misses. Second shot opportunity. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, they're making it look easy here. I mean, they're just automatic from the line.
Nelson's checked in for Murray. So he gets them both.
You know, when it comes to versatility, the Greek freak, Giannis, is one of the very best in the league. I mean, his shooting, ball handling, and defense are really otherworldly.
Now here's Chandler. Chandler is screened. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He's off on the first. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Brogdon the pass to Parker. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Now here is Gallinari. Chandler with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. Again, the miss by Chandler.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Antetokounmpo against Nelson. It's Parker top of the key. 5 to shoot. Gallinari with the steal. The pull-up. Good. And the Nuggets lead by 1. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. There's the feed to Monroe. Here's Antetokounmpo. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Man, actually love the competitive spirit of Antetokounmpo. I mean, never quits on the glass. Always keeps coming. Always looking for that second chance opportunity for his team.
Now, here is Gallinari. Harris misses. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Kicks to Monroe. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead. Feeds it to Chandler. It's Barton on the wing. Chandler with the screen on Antetokounmpo. The shot by Chandler wide open. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Nelson with the steal. Looking to end his cold spell, and it's Denver scoring again. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Here's Brogdon. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Brogdon's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Harris. Kept alive. Chandler.
Looking at the numbers for Wilson Chandler, 9 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but they've been killing it from the free throw line tonight. Those points keep adding up as we go along.
And he knocks down the first one. Fareed's checked in for Denver. So he gets them both.
And seems like he's regaining his focus. The form at the line tonight has not been as good for the most part.
Brogdon the pass to Monroe. Shoots from 12. He's off on that one. Chandler with the defensive effort. Harris dishes to Nelson. Six on the shot clock. Back to Harris. Screen by Fareed. Jumper off the screen. And good. He nails it. Harris has got 24 points.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Now here's Parker. Monroe sets a screen for Parker. Out to the right wing. Here's Brogdon. Off target with his three.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Nelson with it. Passes it to Fareed. Fareed setting the pick for Chandler. Offline with his three. Bucks trail by 3. Nelson with the steal. He feeds it to Gallinari. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
One thing that Gallinari brings to the table is his ability to line up effectively at either forward spot. Can act as a stretch 4, if you will, with his height and still bother other power forwards. Very efficient shooter at the 4 position when he gets minutes there.
And Greg, talking about the advantage of a guy like Gallinari, other 4s often don't know how to match up with him, especially with his willingness to attack the hoop on the bounce.
Great point. A big part of the bonus you get from Gallinari is just having the flexibility with lineups. I mean, his coach can mix and match how they deploy him depending upon what team they're facing. And he's also improved his rebounding. I mean, to help play more effectively, I believe, at the 4.
Now here is Dellavedova. Parker up top. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Arthur sets the pick for Nelson. Offensive rebound. Nice shot by Arthur. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Monroe with a screen on Gallinari. Here's Antetokounmpo off the screen, and it's laid in by Monroe. Monroe's got 5 points now this quarter.
Man, it's fun seeing Monroe be so active on offense. He's a multi-talented scorer who this team looks to consistently to shoot the ball.
Now here is Harris. Nelson with it. He's picked up by Parker. Nelson kicks to Arthur. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Nelson's got his 6th assist on the night. And here is Dellavedova. Antetokounmpo kicks to Dellavedova. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. That one goes in.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
And, Greg, we know how important every basket is, especially at this stage. And to me, that just looked like one of those inexcusable breakdowns.
Here's Nelson following the bucket by the Bucks. Harris outside. Back to Nelson. 4 on the clock. Here's the 3. No good that time, so Milwaukee will take it the other way.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Snell. The Nuggets have gone through the 4th quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Nelson, the pass to Arthur. Harris outside. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Bucks. Monroe's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Now here's Parker. And it's Antetokounmpo, top of the key. He kicks it to Monroe. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And when Monroe has the ball, he's a real handful. I mean, he's skilled at drawing contact on the shots, and he's a good passer.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. He misses the free throw. And it's tied up with that one. Denver's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Nelson kicks to Chandler. Arthur sets the pick for Chandler. Out to the wing. From deep. Buries it from three-point range. Arthur's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he just needs a sliver of space, and he's going to knock down that 3. The D has to be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to guarding him.
And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Nelson's running. Basket counts. Now it's a 5-point Nugget lead.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-tazzle on that one.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Monroe, no good. Arthur down low, covered by Parker, and the layup is good. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Dellavedova dishes to Antetokounmpo to end the run. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Harris, and it's Denver scoring again.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
Antetokounmpo against Gallinari. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Monroe. Lets it go from the wing, and an air ball on that one. Way off. Chandler kicks to Gallinari. From beyond the arc. And again, Denver with the triple. Here's Antetokounmpo. Monroe with a screen on Gallinari. Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Really like how Monroe is not afraid of using his body to screen for his teammates. I mean, demonstrating how seriously he takes the responsibility of being a leader for his team. That's part of it, giving your body up for your teammates.
Now, here is Nelson. On the wing, Chandler, covered by Parker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. But they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
55 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Chandler, the pass to Harris. And another shot. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building. Well, Antetokounmpo in this one, he's got 10 rebounds, and the assist numbers, tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
First one falls for him. A different look for Denver. Norkic checked in for Gallinari. Barton comes in for Harris. And Murray subbed in for Nelson. A big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Parker. Beasley's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Vaughn in for Tony Snell. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Chandler kicks to Arthur. Inside. A shake. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Cannot get too handsy with Murray, especially when he's rising up for the shot.
Free throw good, Murray.
And Murray has a full package. I mean, he's a deadly shooter and a surprisingly good penetrator, too. A terrific guard.
And so Murray nails both of them.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're down by 12. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
He summed it up.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think we need to comment after that.
Adios. Here's Brogdon to the middle, off the pick. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
That's good from Henson. And here are the Nuggets now. At one point, they led by 16. Nelson outside. So the Nuggets win it. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Gary Harris. You know, tonight he put up his high for the season. Found his rhythm, never let up. Just a terrific scoring effort all the way around.
Unbelievable, man. And when this guy's got it going on like that, it's a pleasure. I mean, just a pleasure to watch him play. I'd pay to come see him, even though I don't have to.
They lost 2 in a row coming in, and that's when the team can't really rely on the stars. This guy played a bigger part for them than he typically does. I know he's the other Ernie, but he stepped up. Contributions got to come from everywhere, and this guy played well tonight.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.